What's up, everybody? True Seeker here. Dozens of rogue cell phone towers have been popping up all over for the last decade, and it's been getting really, really bad. In fact, it's getting so bad now that these rogue cell phone towers are almost acting as jammers now, making people not able to make calls anymore. It's making it impossible for people to get service in a lot of locations because of these things. And these things are known as call catchers or StingRay devices. And usually the federal government, FBI, stuff like that, NSA and all of them, they're the ones that usually use this kind of technology. But there's also a lot of rogue agents, rogue spy people that just want it for malicious information collection, pretty much too. So it's not just in the federal government's hands, but it's also in just rogue people that also have this technology. And this is actually getting pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and go into the story right here. An investigative report by WRC-TV in Washington, D.C. has found dozens of spy towers and devices around the nation's capital, and even more troubling is the fact that nobody is entirely sure what they are doing or how they got there. There are countless cell phone towers all around us. Just take a look at any major phone company's coverage map. Almost every populated area of America is blanketed with towers which allow us to stay connected while roaming or even driving across the country. But not every cell tower is there to help us. Spying devices, commonly known as StingRays, can mimic legitimate parts of the network but track you in alarming ways. The technology can be as small as a suitcase placed anywhere at any time and is used to track cell phones and intercept calls, explained the news outlet. The Western Journal reports, the trick is that your phone is always searching for a stronger tower. When it finds one, it connects automatically. This happens constantly without the user ever realizing it. By mimicking or spoofing a real cell tower, the StingRays, which is a brand name for one of the variants of the devices, will connect to your phone and gather important data, including its unique identification number. This means that once a group knows what your phone looks like on the network, a cluster of StingRays can detect when you enter or leave an area. With enough of the spy devices, your location can be tracked with surprising accuracy. It may also be possible for the devices to listen in on phone calls. By acting as a man in the middle, StingRays can intercept your traffic while forwarding calls to their intended destination. You would probably never know something was amiss. While you might not be a target yourself, you may live next to someone who is. You could still get caught up. Security expert Aaron Turner told WRC. With the help of Turner, WRC reporters installed special software that looks for anomalous or out-of-place cell sites by looking for various telltale signs of a StingRay. The application can provide a pretty good idea about cell phone spying in the area, although it isn't perfectly accurate. I'm going to go ahead and roll the clip right here.
Now to spy devices used to track cell phones and intercept phone calls. Could they be in your neighborhood?
While you might not be a target yourself, you may live next to someone who is.
We know that law enforcement uses them, but the Department of Homeland Security says there are also rogue devices that are a real and growing threat.
The News 4 team brought in an expert who found them all around our area. Investigative reporter Jody Fleischer explains what that means for you.
It can be as small as a suitcase.
Most people don't know about it.
Placed anywhere at any time.
Our privacy isn't what it once was.
The technology, sometimes referred to by the brand name StingRay, mimics the signal of a cell phone tower and tricks nearby phones into connecting to it instead.
If you live close to someone who's a target, you could still get caught up.
And the News 4 team found in D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia, those targets are everywhere.
We just got another one on 2 networks.
Aaron Turner uses special software loaded onto 3 cell phones with 3 different carriers.
So when you see these red bars, those are very high suspicion events.
And we found them in high-profile areas, like outside the Trump International Hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue, going across the 14th Street Bridge into Crystal City, and we got picked up twice while driving along K Street, lobbying Central.
It looks like they don't consider us to be interesting, and so they've dropped us.
Every cell phone has a unique identifying number. The phone catcher technology can harness thousands at a time. DHS has warned that rogue devices could prevent connected phones from making 911 calls, saying if this type of attack occurs during an emergency, it could prevent victims from receiving assistance.
Absolutely, that's a worry.
D.C. Councilwoman Mary Che says the spy technology should be a concern for all who live and work in the district. Our test phones found the devices in 40 different locations, just driving around for a few hours.
I suppose if you spent more time, you'd find even more.
Especially in her ward, where many of the streets are lined with embassies. They were a hotbed during our test.
They're doing the interrogation, right, of who we are, and then the white bar represents when they release us.
Our phones stayed connected the longest right near the Russian embassy. We got picked up twice on International Drive near China and Israel, and driving north on Massachusetts Avenue near Romania and Turkey. Our expert says they all have the technology.
You know, governments do this to each other all the time, and laws, schmaws, you know.
Which is a problem. The spy technology poses a risk to national and economic security, but there's little our government can do with devices on foreign soil.
A law that we had could not tell these embassies what they can and cannot do.
One just popped in.
Okay, yeah, we just got one.
Turner says the phone catchers can also be combined with other technology to listen in or grab data from phones that are connected.
There's no magic software or setting that protects you from these.
Alan Butler works for the Electronic Privacy Information Center. He also lives in D.C.
There's a lot to be concerned about.
Cell carriers can't completely secure our phones because they must allow for law enforcement access. Plus, even the oldest phones must be able to reach 911, so low-tech vulnerabilities can't be closed.
I don't think there's a magic fix here. I don't think Congress can mandate anything to say, hey, carriers do this right now.
He says the good news is about half the devices we found were likely law enforcement investigating crimes or our government using them defensively. We did find a few near Langley and the Pentagon.
Oh yeah, we just got two.
Even in Bethesda's Kenwood neighborhood, near Palisades in D.C., and along Old Dominion Drive in McLean.
That's a fishy one.
Turner says it could be some sort of corporate espionage.
Maybe someone's involved in a high-level negotiation on a business deal, or maybe it's a government employee who's involved in a regulatory ruling.
And if you've ever wondered why you just can't make a call from inside your home or office,
it could be why. Good reason to have a landline.
You can't avoid your phone being caught, but our expert says you should download free calling and texting apps that use encryption instead of using the standard ones that come with your phone.
It's definitely pretty crazy. I mean, these towers are literally popping up everywhere. I did a video on this a couple of years ago, and this was the area that I lived in right here in Springfield, Illinois at the time. I lived over by the airport. And as you can see, there's a gazillion number of towers in this just one spot, and that's what I find insane. And when I'm sitting here looking up the towers, right, I mean, this is all public information, you can look all this up. It's saying there's 274 towers just in this one area. 33 of those towers are registered, while 241 don't even have a license. They don't even have, they're just there. And I'm sitting here scratching my head, who's paying for these? Who owns these, right? And something's telling me it might be, you know, military owned in this general area, because this is also where the 183rd Fighter Wing is and all that. So, I mean, and as you start scrolling through, you know, all these that's in this area, and then you start looking at the actual license holders, you can actually get the latitude and longitude numbers to all these and actually locate, you know, every single one of these that's supposed to be licensed. They're supposed to have, you know, some kind of public information about what they are, because they are kind of sharing your space, you know. But all these towers right here is the reason why it's so hard to get signals in a lot of different places. These things act like jammers almost. I mean, with all these different towers, and a lot of them don't even actually play man in the middle, they're just interested in seeing what you're doing, you know. They won't even connect your call. I mean, this will even stop 911 from being dialed because it's a fake tower. Your phone's sitting there trying to connect to a tower that's not even a real tower, and it has no operations, it has no data, it has no calling, you can't text with these. I mean, a lot of these are just there just to see who you are and what your phone device is. It's just recording your data on your location pretty much. But a lot of these actually do intercept your phone calls and your text messages. So I mean, it's crazy. It's a giant cluster. And the crazy part is these ones right here that just show blank. They're not registered, they're not licensed, yet they're operated off of, our tax dollars pretty much. They're literally being powered by someone on federal grounds, someone on government grounds in these areas. So, I mean, blank, blank, blank. I think we should know who operates these towers, and I think there should be some kind of reasoning why they're killing my cell phone signal. I'm glad I don't live in that part of the Springfield anymore, because it's just, yeah, it sucked. No matter what phone provider you was on, it was impossible to make a call unless you was like standing outside. Now you can't 100% get fully around these, because these things are literally everywhere, as you just seen, just in that one location I showed you right there. And there's apps that you can actually use, like this one right here on Google Play. It's a free app called Cell Spy Catcher, and it's actually a pretty neat app. I just installed it, and what it does is it actually sits there and learns all the networks that you're using, and then it starts sorting through all the networks, and it will reveal to you which ones are bogus and which ones are actual real networks. It's pretty neat. It actually learns the data around you, but this will actually point out all the StingRays that are in your city and town. So I thought this was a neat app. I'm going to leave the link to this Google Play. I'm not 100% sure if this is for iPhone too. It wouldn't hurt to just look up the name for it in iTunes, I guess. But it's a pretty neat app. Other way though, in order to get out of the man-in-the-middle kind of attack when it comes to the towers itself, is to use third-party apps like Text Now, Google Voice. There's a lot of different free apps that you can use that will actually place, telephone calls and texting. I've been using Google Voice actually for a long time, just because, I've always liked that encryption part itself. Now I know a lot of people claim, it's still Big Brother, but at least it's not someone that's in my neighborhood spying on me, at least seeing it. I mean, that's the only thing, because there's really no way around this. The only way for you to actually literally 100% avoid any kind of a man-in-the-middle attack is to literally not use any device. So I mean, good luck with that, right? Well, what do you guys think about all this? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you for watching, everybody. And if you're not getting my YouTube notifications, you can also go to my website, seekingthetruth.info, and then I have a notification bell there that you could click, and that right there will notify you on whatever browser you're using that I just released a new video, and it'll give you a direct link to the latest YouTube video. It's just another alternative way of sending out notifications. But definitely check it out if you haven't been getting my notifications lately. Please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and comment below, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace! And don't forget to click the notification bell.